Hi everyone. So in this tutorial, I'll teach you how to set quizzes um, for your course. So we look at multiple choice, true or false, filling, etc. So let's begin by turning editing on. All right, then we'll scroll down to where we want the quiz to be. We want to have it under this particular week. So we'll click on add an activity or resource. We'll look for quiz, is under activity, and then we'll click on quiz. So let's give it a name. Let's call this quiz 1. So you can set the time and you can say the quiz should be opened tomorrow or today, and then it should close by 30th. How many minutes do you want to give your students? Let's say 10 minutes. This way you set the time limit. And then what should the system do if the time is due or the time expires? So we are saying open attempts should be submitted automatically. So if the student is not able to finish within the stipulated time, then open attempts will be submitted automatically. Now the grade. You can set a grade to pass. So you can say anyone who does not score 50, or let's say this is over 10, so anyone who does not score 7 or above would have to do it again. So in that case, you have to set attempts allowed. By default, it's unlimited. So it's important to set this, especially when you are using it for exams. You can set it to 1 or 2, and then you have to set the highest, the grading method, whether you want to use highest grade, whether average of the 2 attempts, or whether I want to use first attempt or last attempt. You have to set that. I normally use the highest grade if I give them more than 1 attempt. The grade to pass, I don't set anything. Okay, and then when you come to review options, now by default, as soon as the student finishes, they see their grade or their score. They also see the correct answers or the wrong answers. Okay, and then most of them can save the page and then use it to do the second attempt. So what you have to do, especially when it's not for practice purposes, but for meant for final exam, then you would have to untick all these options. So let me see. So we don't want them to see. Okay, we want them to see their marks as soon as they finish. Want them to see their marks, but we don't want them to see whether it's correct or wrong, else they will cheat. So you can select the ones that apply. Okay, then after the quiz is closed, then you can allow them to see all these. Okay, so after setting that appearance, you can set the number of, okay, so appearance is for the student's picture. You can select this so that their picture will show when they are taking the exam. Okay, but in a case where the students don't have their pictures on the system, it wouldn't show. But when you come, there are other options you can look at. So you have restrict access. You can say only paid students who have paid their fees should be allowed to take the multiple choice exams or quiz. Just like we did for the assignment, you just select profile, then you choose status, and you can set it to what is equal to paid, right? That is if you want to restrict the students. And after that, you can click on save and return to course. Now, mind you, after doing this, you are not done. You have created a quiz with no questions. So when you click on it, it tells you no questions have been added yet. So you would have to click on edit quiz to add your questions. So you can see add here. You can click on this add. When you click on add, you have add a new question, add from question bank, random question. So I'll explain all three. The first one is where you type the questions and answers one after the other, okay, on the page. The next one is when you upload the questions into your question bank and then you use them in the quiz, or you import them into the quiz. And the last option is similar to the second one. That is when you create a question bank of, let's say, 1,000 questions. And when you choose a random question, if you want students to answer 50 questions, each student will be given a different set of questions. So they will all have 50 questions, but each one will have a different set of questions. So it will be random. So they'll be answering different questions from the question bank. Okay, so let's look at how to add the questions one after the other. We click on add a new question and we can choose the type of question, whether multiple choice, true or false, matching, short answers, America, essay, etc. Okay, the common ones are the multiple choice, the true or false, the matching, and the short answers. Some of the questions you would have to mark manually, but for multiple choice, true or false, and matching, the system marks automatically for you. So let's choose multiple choice. So when you click on that and you click on add, okay, to allow you to type the question. So what is a computer? Then you can type the same thing here. What is a computer? So the question name and the question text can be the same. And then the default mark is 1. Now when you come down, you have to provide the possible answers or the options for the student to choose from. So we can say answer 1. We can say computer is a device. That is for A. B, a car. And then C, you can say an electronic device that accepts input and gives output. So if this is the correct one, you can click on the grid and select 100. As soon as you assign 100 to this possible answer, it makes it the correct answer. Then you can set this one to a dog. Interesting. Then you can if you need more options, you click on blanks for 3 more choices. Else you click on save changes and continue editing. Now you click on just save changes. So now we've added one question. Okay, let's add one true or false question. So let's click on add new question. Let's choose true or false. Add. So you need internet to access your Moodle website. Okay, so is it true or false? It is true, so you select true. The correct answer is true. Just select it. Then click on save. And, sorry, you must specify your value. Okay, so I'm supposed to put the same thing here. You need internet access, or you need internet to access. Let's just say you need internet to access your Moodle website. So we can save it. So we have added a true or false question. Let's add another one. So let's go for matching this time. So you can see URL is a, let's say, dash address. URL is a dash address. Okay, so when we come down here, the answer, we can see website. Okay, now if you have more than one answer, you would have to specify. Oh, so in a case where you want to make it very difficult for the student, you can give them 2 or 3 options to select one of them to match, or you can have 5 questions and 5 options, and then they can do the matching. Okay, so you just click on save changes. Okay, so okay, all right, so the question in question text, and then I would have to specify the other one, so you must provide at least 2 questions. So let me provide another one, so I can see so, okay, so a dash is an electronic device. So this can be computer, and this can be, let's say, website. Let's just copy this and then paste here. Okay, so let's save. Oof. Okay, so it's asking for another question. Okay, so you can see so dash is learning management system. Size Moodle. Okay. All right, so we've added a multiple choice true or false, and we also have a short answer or a matching. So let's see how it looks at the front end when we go to quiz. So now when you come here and you click on quiz, where are you hiding? Okay, quiz 1. So it says preview quiz now. We can click on preview to see the questions. Yes, start attempt. This is how it looks. So what is a computer? A car. So we choose this and then we go to next page. It says you need internet access. Internet to access your Moodle website. True. Go to next page, and we are supposed to match them. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, one of them repeated. So a URL is a website address. Then dash a computer is an electronic device, and Moodle is an e-learning management system. So we go to finish, attempt. Just want to see how it looks like. So submit all and finish. Okay, so you can see we got 10 out of 10, which is 100%. But because we didn't tell the website to tell us to indicate the ones that were correct or wrong, you don't see anything. Okay, that is hidden from the students. So basically, that is how to set your quiz by typing the questions one after the other. Now let's look at another approach where you upload from the question bank. Okay, so you would have to type all your questions in a plain text document. Okay, in a plain text document. Now let me show you the format, how it should look like. How your plain text document should look like. Okay, so let me show you an example. Okay, so this is how your document should look like. This is how it should look like. Let me increase the font size a bit. All right, so this is how document should look like. So your question will come first. Question will come, and the options or the possible answers will come. So you just type A, you bring a period, and then the option will come. B, the next option will come. C, D. Then if you want to indicate the correct answer, just type answer in capital letters or upper cases. You bring a colon and then the correct alphabet, which is C. So this is the correct answer. You just put it here. You leave a space and then you go to the next one. Please make sure you don't number your questions. Moodle will number them for you. Just type the question, bring the possible answers, and then bring your answer keyword, a colon, and then specify the alphabet for the correct answer. And don't forget to save this as plain text. So if you want to save this, you would have to save it as plain text. Okay, you save it as plain text. Please remember it's .txt. Okay, it's very, very important. So let's go and add it. Since we already have this file, let's go and import it. So we will add another quiz. Let's go to our activity page and add quiz 2. Quiz 2, this time we want to import. So quiz 2. So we set our timing to 10 minutes. We want it to start now and end tomorrow. I want open attempts to be submitted automatically. I want to give only one attempt. Okay, so we can save this. So we have our quiz 2. Now let's click on quiz 2 and then add our questions. I want to add from the question bank. So you click on edit and we'll go to add. When you click on add, you see from question bank. So we already have a question, but we want to import. So let's create a category for the question bank and then import into that category. Okay. So you go back to the quiz. This is the quiz. Let me just go back so I don't confuse you. So I'll click on the quiz. Then I'll say edit. Click on the settings and then I'll go to question bank. Question bank here. Then I'll create a category called quiz 2. Let me create a category called quiz 2. And click on add. So that is it. I have quiz 2. This is my category. I want to import into this category. So I'll click on that. And I'll go to import. And I'll choose the Aiken format. The way I formatted the document corresponds with the Aiken format. So I'll choose that. And I'll browse and then choose the file from my computer. So that is it. Quiz 1. I'll select it. I'll click on upload file. After that, I'll click on import. If everything is fine, it should import without giving me any error. So that is it. I've imported as simple as that. Click on continue. And these are the questions I just imported into quiz 2. All right. I've imported them, but they are not yet added to the quiz I created. So this is what I mean. When you come here, I only added them to the category and not the quiz. They are not here yet. So when I click, you can see it's still empty. There is no quiz. So now I can go to edit quiz. Click on add from question bank. Then I can select my category, which is quiz 2. And then select all my questions. 1, 2, and 3. Then I can say add selected questions to quiz. Good. After doing this, I can click on this to shuffle the questions. And now click on save. And that's it. Our quiz 2 is ready. Let's go and check. Now when you click on quiz 2, you can see it says preview questions, start attempt. So we have our question. So this and the final one says that, and to grade. Okay, so let's submit and then see our grade. Right, so 10 over 10 or 100%. So this one, we didn't set the options to hide the correct answer from this. So it says the correct answer is this. The correct answer is that. The correct answer is that. So this is how to add quizzes to your course or your Moodle website. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any question, you can send them via the comments section. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.